Writing Chapter 2 Literature Review. So remember, your PSM 1 project contains 4 chapters. So chapter 1, Introduction, Chapter 2, Literature Review, Chapter 3, Methodology, and Chapter 4, Analysis and Design. So you are completely writing the Chapter 1 we have done on the Chapter 1. Now we move to the Chapter 2, Literature Review. So we might be looking for what is the content for the literature review chapter. Basically, it contains the introduction section, the domain case study background, the technology used, the study of the existing system, and also the chapter summary. Okay. So the content for the chapter 2 literature review is outlined in this order. The first one, it should be introduction. 2.1 is introduction. And then 2.2 is description of the case study. And then it's followed by the description of the technology or approach or technique or algorithm used. And then the following subsection will be the study of the existing system or application or approach or technique or algorithm. And finally, you are required to do a comparison. You need to compare the existing systems with your proposed system or apps of research. And finally, to end the chapter 2, you need to write a chapter summary. Okay, let's have a look one by one item. So the first section is 2.1, Introduction. In this section, you are required to briefly describe what will you discuss in a chapter 2. So the slides now showing you the example how to start the introduction, how to write the introduction of the chapter 2. For example, the student writes in this way: this chapter discusses a literature review related to the project study, which is a warehouse system, like this. Okay, and then you may explain the rest of the subtopic that is discussed in this section. Okay, the other example shows in bahasa, written in bahasa, pengenalan, kajian literatur, merangkumi kajian awal terhadap kaedah penyelesaian masalah, kajian kes dan teknologi yang digunakan, dan seterusnya. So you may mimic such way to write the introduction part of the chapter 2, or you can come out with your own style. As long as you describe what will be discussed in chapter 2, depending on your project. Now we move to the next subsection, that is 2.2, background of a case study. So for example, an online inventory system. Okay, you may discuss the background of manual or existing inventory system that is applied in the referral organization, your reference organization. You may explain. So the explanation will be similar like what you have written in chapter 1. Okay, but here in chapter 2, you need to provide more detailed information. Okay, more detailed information on the case study itself, and also how it manage their data, how do they manage the business operation related to the what you propose, what project you propose. Okay, example, in the paragraph 1, you may start directly to explain the organization background, their business process, their person in charge, their business operation, and so on. So you may start with this, or you can give general description, like if you do an online inventory system for what? For pharmacies, for example. So you may start with what is pharmacy inventory system generally. So why do the pharmacy need their own inventory? How do generally they manage their inventory data. Okay, so you may start things like this. Give a generic description, then followed by the specific description based on your referral case study, your organization, your selected case study. Okay, and then the following paragraph you can explain the existing process used in the organization you observe. Okay, so this is more detailed. You already explained this in chapter 1. um, and then here you need to provide more detailed information. If you have their pictures of their data management, like the form they use, the spreadsheet they use, the logbook, the file where or the shelf where they keep the files, or even if they already use an online system, if you can get their pictures, so you can put these pictures here to explain on how the existing process is used in the case study. Okay, and it is advised you to prepare the flow charts. Okay, flow chart to support the description of the existing process. Okay, so at the end uh, of the section 2.2, you may explain why, okay, looking into the existing process you observe, you investigate, you may give some explanation why a new system is proposed based on that situation. So that will be the end of the section 2.2. Okay. So I give you some example how to start to write the section 2.2, which is the case study. For example, here the case study is for information system for selling and buying paddy within the small holder. Okay. So this student starts with the information: what is the paddy, how it is farmed, how it is raised, and so on, and how the selling, the product selling is done. Okay, what is the, who are the participants, who are the stakeholders, and whatsoever information related to this case. The case is uh, selling, buying paddy information system. Okay. Another example given is item searching process in warehouse. So you may explain what is warehouse, how currently the item searching process is done in that particular warehouse. Okay. Another example is a study on decision making on the mental healthness, okay, among the school student. So what is it? Okay, how it is happening, what document is required, what document is compiled and analyzed, and so on. Okay, provide this description. Okay, do not forget, if you get the information from some references, you need to cite and list down all the reference used. Okay, another example is mushroom management. Okay, mushroom data management. Okay, then this slide is showing us how the current process is done. How do they jot down the data regarding this case? Okay, so you can explain from this. So okay, you can use this particular image, okay, to explain the current process used by the selected case study. Next, the next section will be 2.3. That is a method. Okay, the method. Okay, in this part, you need to know what method you're going to use. Okay, to um, to develop your system or your project. Okay, so here are the example of selected method. So for the common um, system like just information system, you may use this information system management. Okay, not information system, information management system, sistem pengurusan maklumat. So how the company mengurus maklumat, information management system. It different with the information system management. So please be clear on this part. Okay, on slide now showing us the example. If you are using specific method like DSS, decision support system, expert system, so you need to provide overview on this particular method. Okay, or for the research student, you may write the particular algorithm or technique you use, like machine learning, deep learning, convolutional neural network, and this. Okay, so you need to review based on its definition, their features, their advantages, their disadvantages, and their application. In which field are they commonly used? Okay, and in your specific field, do it frequently used? Okay, like this, sistem pengurusan maklumat. Okay, so this is information management system. Okay, another example is like this one is a component particularly used or featuring the specific method. For example, uh, decision support system must have all of these components. So you need to add in the this kind of information. Yeah? Expert system needs to have all of these components. So you need to put it here. Put the information here. Okay. So this is a web-based information system. Okay. The citation you need to include if you get the information from some references or resources. You need to write down its citation and reference. Web-based information system. So this is an integration between information management system and the web-based. So we combine it as a web-based information system. So for research student, if you are using the same concept, you need to provide a description about the method or the technique you use in your study, in your research. Example, static classification method, classification methods, the machine learning algorithm, okay, naive Bayes classifier, and so on. The idea is the same. That is, we review the method that we want to follow, that we want to use in our developed system, in our new developed system. That's the idea. So next, if you have the specific technology used, then you can also provide its review in this part. Okay, you may also combine the method and also technology. So example of technology is online system, web-based system, IoT, Android, and so on. The same idea, you need to explain the definition, the structure, advantages, the features, and its application. So example, if this student are employing Arduino architecture, so they need to provide the architecture of Arduino. Okay, this is uh, um, literature review. Provide the user what is the theoretical part of the method you use and also the application. Okay, so this is how actually the new system will follow. Okay, they will follow the features. Okay, and by following the features they may gain some advantages. Also they will have some limitations. So why? Okay, so we GPS technology, GIS technology, the IoT, okay, Arduino, okay, this one you need to explain. But please do not review on the programming language, the common programming language like HTML, Java, PHP, no need to explain that one. But if you are using a rare programming, so then you can write its review. Okay. Finally, the last section is to study the existing system exists in the market lah. I mean, you may refer the real website for those, and also you can refer the system that is published in journal paper. Okay, sometimes they provide more information rather than the product itself. Okay, so please select three comparable existing system, and you may discuss the characteristic of the existing system of approach. So same goes to the research student. Okay, please find three journal paper, and then you need to review. Make sure the systems or the research you investigate are in the same domain and same application. Okay, no matter it is a local product or outside product, so the issue is you need to find it is the same. Example, if your product is for homestay booking, for example, so you need to find a similar system like hotel reservation, or chalet reservation, and not car reservation, because the subject is different. I mean, a car has their own features of data required, and also as compared to the hotel or lodging requirement, lodging booking or registration, not registration, reservation requirement. So please make sure you have the same culture, same nature of the investigated system. Okay, discuss the characteristic, and then discuss its advantages and disadvantages, and do a comparison. But then it is advised for you to find the system which is can be easily accessed, so you can know the whole operation of the system. It will ease you to do the comparison. Sometimes they don't allow any user to enter to the system, so it is difficult for you to know what inside the system. So please find more general system. You can also explore the journals, because some journals give a review to their developed system, so you can know what is inside. This is the example. This student doing a study on the existing system on delivery part. The project has something to do with the product delivery. So, and he also applies real-time delivery tracking. So they search or they investigate my route online. Okay, tracks logic, and also TomTom drive, my drive user interface. So this student study this tree that is similar with what he intend to do. So you need to find the system that is closely related to yours. Okay. This is the finding from this subsection, system comparison. After reviewing each system, then you will end this subsection with the table, comparison table, and do some analysis. Why? Okay, this is what they have and why you are referring to this one. Either you want to include the same module to your new system, or you do not want to include it. So provide the justification on this part. So this table is how the variation, how the comparison will be made. Okay? Some of students focus on the module only. Some other students review on various features like system type, the technology, the database use, the programming use, and so on. Okay, so this is the variation. You can do, you can refer it and choose what uh, you can write. Okay, this is another example. So the last section in chapter 2 is chapter summary. So here, one paragraph is enough for you to conclude the second chapter and highlight what will be discussed in the next chapter, chapter 3, methodology. This is how you can write your chapter summary. End of chapter 2. Another example. So that's the end of this video. Okay, so the task here is for you to find 3 similar system application, and you may start to draft your chapter 2 literature